Welcome back to Rogue Trader. Let's see if we can finally get to the prison planet this time without getting interrupted. Rykadi Philia added to the worlds of the Expanse. Okay. Cool. Let's go. Did we level everyone up? I think we did. Short memory is short.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Come in, come in. Escort, this is Captain Vakari. Escort, please come in. Okay. The pale young woman looks at you with a mixture of hope and disbelief swirling in her eyes. You notice her hands trembling as she clutches her weapon. Who are you? Did you come from the planet? Are you reinforcements? Saints' teeth. I thought you'd never come. Tell me about this planetoid. I had to sneeze, apparently. The only settlement on Rykadi Philia is a penal colony. The prisoners work in the mines and the doomed quarries. Domed, I think that means. They mine sulfur, serum dust, and sand, which is then melted down, a rather nondescript place, or so it was prior to current events. What happened here? There's been a prison riot on the planetoid. Sadly, it's being led by the prison warden himself, the Honorable Antagon Castiglia. He has allied himself with the rabble that he himself was supposed to watch and declared Rykadi Philia to be independent of the authority of the system's lawful governor. I came here as a shuttle pilot alongside Honorable Evane Winterscale, son Caligos Winterscale, rogue trader, vanquisher of Xenos, forever triumphant over the enemies of humanity. She details enunciating every word of her overlord's title. Young Lord Winterscale wished to speak with the warden personally so that he could put an end to this lawless treason. He and his escort went ahead, and she grows paler. I haven't been able to contact them over Vox for a very long time now. Evane, Abelard mutters, stroking his beard. One of his distant younger offspring, yes? That's as much as I know about him, which means he hasn't distinguished himself in any meaningful way. Evane Winterscale has made several diplomatic visits to Urak V on behalf of his father, rogue trader Caligos Winterscale. The Great Regent would not have granted entry to someone dishonorable, which means, whatever happened in this terrible, malodorous place, we must aid this man of noble blood. The warden himself is spearheading the riot? Yeah, she bites her lip. No one expected this. Master Castiglia is a nobleman from a respected governor house and a vassal of House Winterscale. All of a sudden, he proclaimed that Rykadi Philia was now his personal domain, that the prisoners were his subjects, and that he would never bow to anyone again. It's pure heresy. And I think that they're looking forward to a diet of sand and gravel. What kind of madman would start a revolt on a barren rock? Why would young Winterscale have felt the need to parley with the dissidents? He sighs quietly. It's a personal matter. Master Castiglia, The seditious warden is Lord Evain's childhood friend. When my lord heard of the riot, the news saddened him greatly, and so he rushed here without delay, in hopes of bringing his old friends to his senses, no doubt. The first Winterscale in my memory who prefers to talk first rather than shoot and slash. She smiles faintly. Young Lord Winterscale is not his father's shadow. If he's determined to save his friend, he won't back down. I pray to the throne that he is alive and well. He's been gone for such a long time, and I really don't like this place. Cassia frowns in confusion. Theobald executed his wife and only son of the mere suspicion of treason against House Orsilio. So why did noble Evain rush to save someone who had betrayed his house? Do bonds of friendship give one the right to make inexcusable mistakes? Is there anything else I should be appraised of before I set out? Some of the rebels have holed up in the barracks. I don't know how many, but given that it's the only way through where the negotiations are taking place, I would expect heavy resistance. Please take caution, your lordship. Lord Winterscale's guards mined the entrance so that the rebels couldn't get to the shuttle. Okay, I have no more questions. You may excuse yourself, pilot. The woman freezes for a moment before asking hesitantly. Your lordship, if I may have a minute of your time, I wouldn't ever have dared to trouble you with a personal matter. But the situation, in any case, have you been to the capital of Rykadi Minoris yet? I wanted to ask if you saw a man there, a communications officer by the name of Jasper. What's your relationship with this man? We're engaged, your lordship. She declares somewhat bashfully. I have not yet been to Rykadi Minoris and know nothing of this officer's fate. That's a shame. May the Emperor keep that fool no harm. Thank you for your time, your lordship. She bows. You can tell by the desperation in her eyes that she's exhausted, frightened, and wishes to be off this planetoid as soon as possible. Fair enough.
Keep your eye on the price.
Was a worthwhile investment.
Yeah, there's some goods here. An Omniscope, Magnus-class rechargeable battery, ceramite plating, loin juice cartons. Let's see if we can... Oh no, I didn't doubt. This guard post has been vacant for a long time. There's a layer of dust on every surface. Well, when you said a very long time, you weren't joking. Build a bridge. Okay. I need to get on the other side. Those people are pretty dead. Okay. Well, let's go to the barracks.
See, right there.
Oh, that's fine.
Cass, tell me, what do you see when you look at me?
Usually a colorful pandemonium, but now your colors have faded. Are you afraid of me, Idira? Or of what I might see in you?
Okay, random small talk. The remains of metal, one far too lavish for even a hive world, let alone a prison colony. A long string of names extends beneath the heading, Top Quarry Workers of the Cycle. Okay,
The Emperor sets my...
Let's not waste time with...
When the faithful are idle, heresy grows.
Demolition. I think 65 is the highest we have in demolition, right? Yeah.
I'm restless. Cast your eye there.
Yeah. I don't want to step on
Carry
these.
the Emperor's will as your torch.
Okay.
The Emperor favors me today.
Yeah. Because you have the demolition skill. Prison Diary of Ati Shan, Part 1. Grox shit, why me? Why? I missed my tithe payment 12 years ago. 12 years. The inspector's writ got lost somewhere in the bowels of the planetary administratum and was lying there this whole time. But they made sure to remember to tack on the fines every month. By the time they found the blasted paper and finally informed me, the total sum was so obscene it would take 3 generations of my descendants if I had any to pay it off. My fate was sealed. Trial, sentence, prison. All because of some daft rotter who shoved my paper in the wrong box. To be fair, I think I got it off pretty easy. My bed in the barracks is about as hard as that slab of rockreet I've got at home. Working in the quarry isn't much tougher than my old job, and the rules void take me. That old sod that governs Rykadi Minoris is a bloody sadist by comparison. It's a strange old place. I haven't been beaten once yet. The guards bark orders all the time, but they never hit us. They also got this kind of inner circle of special chosen prisoners. The Optimatum, they call it. If you can get in, Emperor as my witness, you can get an actual day off. They let you out of your cell and into the yard by the big barracks. And I tell you what, they let you rest there and feed you better than whatever swill they're giving us in the canteen. They told me it's to improve our motivation and all that, to foster a stronger desire to reform, and to become a worthy servant of the Imperium just once more. But I know it for what it is. It's just a club for the Warden's favorites. The same story as everywhere else. Suck up to the people in power and get some swanky perks. They say the whole thing was the Warden's idea. Funny man, our Warden. He looks more noble than nobility itself. Tall, groomed, teeth even, eyes burning, boots so polished you can see yourself when you move to lick them. But that nutter doesn't much want people licking his boots. He walks around looking like he's deep in thought, alright, with only a couple of guards at his side, and he sometimes, if you can believe it, talks to prisoners. What's your name, he asks them, all quiet like. Why were you condemned? Do you feel remorse? He never even yells at no one, never orders to have him flogged. Instead, he doles rewards out to the special ones, keeps telling us things like how we should strive to make society believe in us again. Whatever you say, Master Warden. Starting tomorrow, I'll be trying to join these optimates of yours. I'm stuck in here until the day I die, and that means no return society for me. But with the Emperor's help, I might just join the ranks of the local elite. I mean, that sounds a bit too good to be true, no? Let's see what this is. Scraps of typical prison food, repulsive to the senses. Venerable Optimates, the best among us. The list is faded and the names are barely legible.
I always keep my options open. I'll make an example out of you. You will fall.
Cassia is an officer and your ship's navigator. She strikes foes with energies of the warp and supports the party by making her allies stronger. Voice of Command is an officer ability that increases an ally's characteristic for 1 round, and allows the officer to use other officer archetype abilities in that ally from any distance. The higher the officer's fellowship bonus is, the more the target's characteristics are increased. An officer can use voice of command again on the same ally only after 2 rounds have passed since its first application. We have some prisoners that want to ambush us.
Rejoice in battle! Doubt is for the weak.
Sure is.
That is not my destiny.
Why not? I mean, you can do that. Are you sure you cannot do this as well? Yeah, you can.
Anything else?
I think we'll go there.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
It's very unfortunate. That's fine.
Just a minor setback.
Yeah, true. Why did you do that, though?
A temporary setback.
I mean, I'm gonna kill this guy. Straight
On
up.
it. Your end was inevitable. I'll make it happen.
You will make it happen. Okay. So she's got the auto pistol here. Right. With no movement points. Interesting.
I am a
think,
navigator, not a
I
servitor.
think we do that.
Fury of House Celio.
Too bad. And this was the recover from burning and stuff. Yeah, we don't need that.
Follow my lead.
Mm-hmm. This is the cleave, yeah.
Victory is imminent.
Oh, really? Oh. %32% chance to hit. That's not a good chance to hit, though. I still think we take it.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Yeah, we have so many people here. I'm gonna hit someone.
High momentum.
That's fine.
Pain and go hand in hand.
They do. I guess.
It's as good as done.
%.
I'll see to it personally. On it.
Nice dodge though. What's this status effect? Prone. I don't think that's a stun effect. Yeah, no, it's not a stun effect. But at least we did try that, so that's good. Yeah, run and gun.
Is worthless.
Can move up there.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
But of course.
That's fine. You keep throwing grenades though.
I won't compromise my principles.
%11 chance to hit.
Who if not me? I'll see to it
There's no way.
personally.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
That cone is real strong.
Someone else can do this. Indeed.
Okay, fine.
Guided by faith. This is unacceptable.
Okay, fine.
Anything else?
I'm gonna kill it with her then. Okay. Nice. Got a bunch of knives here. And
I
some
always
goods.
have a backup plan.
Some goodies. Oh, that's some grenades as well. Cool.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
These cages have been placed in plain view of the beds. Inside are traces of blood and excrement. So, inspect the poster here.
As it should be.
Okay, let's see if we can... Oh, that's an improved auto pistol. And that is pretty good. I think Abelard would be interested in this. Or? Who else uses an auto pistol, actually? She does use one. It's a bit more damage. Don't think she would be using it that much. She has a fire grenade. I think I'm gonna get the gas cloud grenades on jabs. Let's take this. Oh, this is Prison Diary of Atishan Part 2. Ha ha ha. I swear, the Emperor hasn't forsaken me. Guess who just came down with the shuttle gangway among the fresh batch of prisoners? Lenthin Throne Damned Willa. Former Administratum Clerk. No, the clerk. The very same scum who lost a writ about the missing payment. He's the reason that I'm in this hole. Don't know what they threw him in for, but I've never felt better in my life. He's not just behind the same bars as me. He's fresh meat. And I'm a venerable optimate, respected by everyone in the colony. The warden just came up with a new improvement. From now on, anyone who underperforms, misbehaves, or causes trouble in any way is to be punished by the community. Specifically, by the local best and brightest, yours truly, the Optimates. The last two sods who failed to meet the quota were stripped naked, whipped, and thrown into cages in the big barracks. That's where they have to eat, sleep, and shit, now with everyone watching. I thought to myself, then, that isn't right. That they've taken these punishments too far. But now, just you wait, you piece of Grox shit. I'll get you for something. Those cages are calling your name. Not sure that ended very well. Chainmail. Chainmail. These are both medium armor. That's a good. That's a very good armor. What happens when I dual wield anyway? I have no idea, but we're definitely taking this. That's a really good. It's not like I can dual wield pistols as well. Okay. That's interesting. We're gonna definitely try that and see what happens.
Keep your wits about you.
The beds here are bolted to the floor. Some have thin, torn bed sheets and even tattered pillows. Black chest plate. Force grenade. Knife. Knife. Stub revolver. Oh, that's another... Yeah, I think we take this. We use dual revolvers instead. I have no idea what happens when we dual wield. Not even sure dual wielding is good.
Hey, your virtuousness. How are you doing?
I was born to wage war against darkness. I am always doing wonderfully when danger is near.
Okay, dude.
The premonition runs true.
Get this open. We can definitely
The
get
Whispers
this.
told me how.
And also this. I don't think you guys want this fight. I don't think you guys want this fight. Prisoner, thank the throne, normal-looking faces. We thought we were going to die here with these nutters. The old man with a gap-toothed smile drops his weapon and holds out his hands in a placating gesture. Please, don't shoot us, your noble oneness. Let us speak a word. Well, this is a welcome change. Talking before shooting. Still, Lord Captain, the look of this ragtag bunch hardly inspires trust. Give me a reason not to execute you on the spot. Here's the deal. We're honest, quiet inmates. We didn't want to riot, but, well, sitting it out wasn't really an option either. The warden's lapdog made short work of those who refused to join the festivities, so we had, to lay along. But that's all it was, play. We never meant no offense to Governor Medina, nor the lawful authority of House Winterscale. Give us a chance, eh? We just want to wait until everything blows over and we can get back to our cells and quietly do the rest of our time. A repentant, honest heretic, how novel. Judging by Abelard's tone, the Seneschal is utterly unimpressed by the old man's ingratiating monologue. That's a word I've never heard before. Ingratiating. The lowborn speech is mottled with colors that conceal his true darker hues. The old man has a long history of lies, and he's using his wiles on us as well. But I see no foul corruption or ill intent in his words. Tell me more about the warden and the riot. Why soil your tongue talking about that heretic, but if you insist, here is how it is. The warden of this here prison, the Honorable Master Castiglia, was a crackpot from the start. The previous warden ran things the proper way. Prayer, 1 meal a day, work, a punch in the chompers from the guards, work again. But the new one, you know what his first decree was? He introduced lunches and dinners. Why the 9 devils? That's 3 meals a day. The man was obviously stark raving mad. Things only went downhill from there. The guards quit with the teeth punching. The warden forbade them. Instead, the overseers started counting which prisoners were digging up more things in the quarry, or swinging their pickaxes harder or whatnot. And then, would you believe it, they put together a list of the best workers. And if someone on that list also showed good behavior, that's when they'd get promoted to an optimate. That's the upper crust of us jailbirds. Or that's how it was at first. Then the warden decided that the optimates, not the guards, who should be in charge of punishment. And that it wasn't the overseer's job to watch the prisoners work, it was the optimates. Well, let me tell you, that's when the goody two-shoes really started to shine. The guards aren't even the same league as our dear fellows, the optimates. In the old days, we had maybe 5 or 10 stiffs kicking it a week, and now we're lucky if it was only 50. And it wasn't even the end of it. Warden Castiglia moved out of his chambers to live right in the quarry under the dome, and I think something in his new home really scrambled his brain. He began spouting the wildest things, like, the optimates are saints who will behold the truth, and he started taking them to the quarry. Not all of them returned. The ones who did, you wouldn't recognize them more beast than man. They were butchering people left and right, even guards and overseers. The warden himself had armed them, and that's the whole sob story. But I knew it from the moment he let us have dinners. Oh, this won't end well. Yeah, the dinners, that's obviously a dangerous path right there. Idira nods knowingly. The old codger is right. Whenever the noble starts giving handouts to commoners, something always goes wrong. She notices your look and catches herself. I mean, that with all due respect, your lordship. No offense intended. Very well, I'll spare you. Oh, that's great to hear, your nobleness, just great. Now, there's a true aristocrat, not that warden's creep. Now then, your nobleness, where was I? If you're ever on Footfall Station, there's this district here. The Shadow Quarters. It's called that because it's located behind the statue of our holiest emperor. I've known folks who called it something else, also on account of it being behind the statue. Don't repeat their mistakes, I tell you. Reverend Hieronymus wasted no time finding and burning them all. Forgive an old man for getting distracted. So, Footfall. The Shadow Quarters. There's a bar there, built into the remains of an old ship. And in that bar, in the back room, a certain Riza does her business. Tell her grandpa Bakval says hello. You'll be her favorite client in the blink of an eye. There we are. Well, your nobleness. We'll be going now if you don't mind. Apparently it's heretical to let them go. I think we're sticking with the dogmatic view. Let's betray them and kill them. Too bad. It is what it is. I mean, you are prisoners, so you did rebel, kinda riot. That's fine. Clumps of dust, but no trace of weapons or gear. This storage has not been used in some time. Let's open this.
Over.
It's a last gun, and that's an axe. And some cargo for the ship.
Always keep your eye on the price.
Okay, we can't get in there. It's unfortunate. To the main level. I don't know if we should be going there yet. Warp lore 75%.
That wasn't so difficult.
The symbol before you bears a familiar scent, the symbol of chaos. The chopped up slabs of flesh have been thoroughly washed of any blood. Prison Diary of Atishan Part 3. I'm scared. I should have known that all that charity from the warden was going to bring nothing but trouble. No noble, no matter how barmy, would pull anything of the sort, but that man... It started with the little things. The warden would come by to talk, as he did, except he used to ask us questions before, and now he was mostly gushing sermons. Some gibberish about the path to purgation, the sanctity of sacrifice, seeing with blinded eyes. I listened and nodded, yes, Master Warden, of course, Master Warden. He could say whatever rubbish he wanted as long as the tasty Optimate meals kept coming. I thought everyone else was doing the same, nodding just to please the big man. I was wrong. After that, people in the barracks started yapping on about purgation and blindness too. Apparently, us Optimates were no longer just the warden's favorites. We were, Emperor forgive me, prophets of some kind, who were meant to, save the rest of the sorry lot, or awaken them, or make them see some rubbish along those lines. People were now supposed to make sacrifices to Optimates. Yesterday, the sap who slept in the bed under me in my first year here cut off his own damn ear and crawled on his knees towards me. He handed me the ear and begged me not to forsake him when the fateful hour came. What in the throne am I supposed to do with an ear? Why is everyone, every single one, staring at me all the time? The warden said the time was nigh, that the fate had truly great things in store for the Optimates. I went on to look how my good friend Clensin was doing. He hadn't spoken for 3 months ever since I had all his top teeth ripped out. He looked straight at me and said, "Dead man." I kept hitting him until it hurt me. Now my fists and feet are all bruised. Half the barracks stood there and watched and prayed. I'm scared. Yeah. Prison guard key. Severed human body parts. Judging by the number of horrid morsels, dozens of victims were slain here. Yeah, this here doesn't sound good at all. I don't think we can get in there right now. Let's go to the main level. Okay. Let's build a bridge.
Is there money to be made?
Can see if we can
Whispers told me how.
pick this. Oh yeah, so this is the other chance to get in here. Saturated cape. When the wearer uses Endure, they immediately remove one of the effects of them in the following order: burning, poison, bleeding. Dude, that's actually real strong as well. Bow hammer. 9 to 14. Is that a... What weapon is this exactly? A shotgun pistol. That's fairly interesting. So, Rogue Trader's Cloak. Gain 5 fellowship for each enemy in a 2-cell radius. Nah. I don't think I want that.
Let us see what I found.
Oh. Apparently we go back. There was something in here. Oh, that's a medkit. The Diviner's Staff. Some grenades. So all of the people who can actually use medkits have them. Let's take a look at Diviner Staff. The wielder of this staff gains the Consign ability. The ability is also available in its Heroic Act and Desperate Measure versions. 5 willpower for 5 perception. What's Consign? Interesting. Okay. I'm really curious what that ability is.
Did I mention that my whispers tell me jokes? Jokes that once
The
said
next
aloud
hit against the
made your
target
eyes
will be an
bleed and
automatic
blood
critical
curdle.
hit.
Talk about black comedy.
Okay. Well, it's interesting, but yeah. I think I'm sticking to the lightning stuff, honestly. Wait, what was that?
Keep your wits about you.
Why was it red? Why is this red?
Let us not dawdle.
Was it red before? I'm a bit confused about what that was. Whatever. I think we're going to the open pit here to take a look. Well, this looks nice. Let's go in here.
The premonition runs true.
The warden is here.
That wasn't so difficult.
The evidence suggests that the victim was killed by poison gas. This glass mixing furnace was used to melt the extracted sand into glass. Okay, I guess we can gain some upper hand here maybe by coming in from this side.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on tactics.
Sins hidden in the heart.
You are in the presence of House Orcelio.
Look no further.
Okay. I told you, Evie. They're hiding so much from us, arrogant mentors. Holy brothers and sisters. What had they ever given us? Nothing but a pile of fibs and useless admonitions. The voice of the man sitting with his back to you sounds almost soft. Heedless of everything but what is in front of him, before him. He leans over a prisoner dressed in expensive clothing. But Aurora, she's different. She spoke with me like no one ever had before. She revealed the truth to me, and now I can reveal it to you. You just stop struggling for 1 minute. What? The man finally realizes that he's not alone and turns to you. He's clutching a long, thin metallic rod with blood dripping off it. We have guests? From the Von Valancius ship, I would wager. Evie, my dear, you'll have to wait. Do not faint, I beg you. It's important that you feel everything, including your other eye. Such dreadful shades. Cassia recoils and covers her mouth. The colors of this place are putrescent to the core, and these people, their colors are oozing with madness and despair, pain and doom. How do you know who I am? Lies have many faces, but there's only one truth, and it has been laid bare before me. I knew the enemy of the truth would come here sooner or later. You know, we had this guy once. He was a quiet one. One day he walked into a middle deck bar, threw one back, and then pulled out a gun and started shooting people left and right without saying a word. Then he shoved the barrel in his mouth and blew his brains out. Our warden here has the exact same look in his eyes right now. Who's on the table? My sincerest apologies. Where are my manners? Please allow me to introduce Yvain Winterscale, the younger son of Caligos Winterscale in the flesh. You know, he was so close to witnessing the truth right before you interrupted our little chat. A fleeting glance at Winterscale's outstretched body is enough to turn your stomach. Torture. The very word makes you cringe in shameful horror. Your mind reels with the memories you have tried unsuccessfully to push to the back of your mind all these years. How dare you, contemptible peasant. For every drop of noble blood you spill, you'll pay 100-fold more. Cassia turns to you for support with an expression that's equal part indignant and frightened. Abelard shakes his head somberly. That poor fool. I knew nothing good would come of his naive attempt at negotiating with these heretics. However, Yvain still appears to be alive. If we make haste, we might yet save him. Having a scion of House Winterscale in your debt would certainly provide beneficial. Yeah, I'm here to quell a riot by means far from diplomatic. I'm gonna fuck this guy up. The warden raises his hand, and the maimed people starts thrashing about in their death throes. The time for words has passed. Optimates, give your power to this harbinger of Aurora. Let our foes see the truth or become awash in blood.
Your arrogance will be your downfall. Brace
Um,
yourself.
so the question is if we can hit these guys with friendly fire. If that's the case, this will be a slight problem, I think. I think we'll go here. Abelard. You'll just go forward one tile, and then we go. Okay, we have a lot of guards back here as well. They're not particularly strong. We could go here. We're unlikely to kill anything with that though. Can definitely kill something with this. Oh, there's a guard up there. And that's a guard as well. We'll
this battlefield in righteous fury.
do this. Ow. That's a bit rough. Doesn't look...
On it.
we'll do that. Cool. Let us analyze Mr. Warden here. We'll do that for now. Okay. So either does seem like... Okay, we can do that. For example... Okay, so okay. That's... It's a bit...
Isn't this a job for
Yeah,
the
let's
serfs?
do this. Let us do that. That's fine.
It will be
I'm
done.
gonna
I took care of this one.
get rid of that guy immediately. Try to move a little bit, but it's not gonna be much. Hmm. Okay, so now we'll see what happens here. We'll do Reckless Strike. We will do Normal Strike here.
This is good as done.
So that 32. I'm a bit confused. I wonder if
I'll
that's...
see to it personally.
Yeah, I think... Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's worth this. I think it's better that we have the pistol in the offhand. But I'll have to look into that and see. Not sure that does anything. You have a fairly high chance of hitting all of these. These don't have any turns soon. This guy has a turn very, very soon. The Warden is in a bad spot. I'm just gonna do this. No. Nine damage is not gonna be enough.
Not this Greyer's job.
I think that's gonna be friendly fire, unfortunately. It doesn't matter, I'll just leave you the way you are.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Okay. Great.
Tried and
I'm
tested
not sure he's
tactics to the
gonna...
best.
Okay, we did finish him off. Okay. He has demonic armor. Minus 20 penalty to toughness and gains 50% armor against all damage types. Okay. I see.
I will do my duty. It will be done.
I mean, he is very far away right now. I think we go here.
I'll make it happen.
Okay. It's a nice dodge right there. See, it's our friendly neighborhood sniper here. Yeah. I definitely think we do this.
I'll do it.
Let's get rid of that guy.
Doubt is for the weak. You, my emperor. As the emperor commands, I act.
Wait.
That is not the emperor's will.
Yeah, I probably think we need to kill this, whatever that is. Okay.
There is movement in the Imperium.
I think he's gonna get rest every single time here, right?
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
Okay. Yeah. Well.
At your beck and call. Victory is imminent.
I won't stand for it.
Why we can't move here though?
Who if not me?
Okay, fine.
It's as good as done. I'll make it happen.
That's kind of sad.
I'll do it.
It's a nice parry.
I know what is to come.
That's a good dodge. Unfortunately, you missed your shots.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
3 damage is not a very interesting thing here. There's another unholy lens there.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
On it. I'll I'll make it happen.
What was this one again? We can do, I think, at all costs as well.
Faith without deeds is worthless. I refuse.
Unfortunate. Two damage, really?
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
See if we can
At your beck and call.
I'm on your side, remember?
bro. No.
You should feel honored to witness this. It's as good as done. I refuse. Who, if not me? On it. I'll make it happen. My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
Doubt is
Probably.
for the weak.
Okay. Good parry.
Cover me.
Step aside. The
So-
navigator is coming. If I may.
That was a big miss.
A tactically sound approach. Indeed.
I don't think. Yeah, exactly. That's what I
I'll see to
thought.
it personally.
Rejoice in battle.
Nice.
Deliver us.
Okay, dude.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
That did not work. Oh, okay, we can't
My place is at the
move
fort.
there either.
At your beck and call.
If we can get rid of that.
Still
Okay.
beats.
Anything else?
Can you not be this strong and annoying?
I am a navigator, not a servant.
Blessed are those who sacrifice for the Imperium.
Fine. Character has lost consciousness. Yeah, that's fine.
I will do my duty.
Bit annoying, but
At your beck and call.
we are about to get this right.
You never stood a chance.
Yeah, nice. I don't believe we've been properly introduced. Blood is bubbling on the young man's lips, and his voice is barely audible. But even now it remains melodious and quite courteous. Evane Winterscale of Kronus. Greatly pleased to make your acquaintance. On the rare days that Lord Winterscale visited Urak 5, the station was awash in a mist of warm hues. We were forbidden from meeting each other, but I was delighted still to see such rare colors in my home. Now, however, his colors are darkening, twisting from pain and bitterness. We must help Lord Captain. We must save the clarity of his soul. He whose presence makes world a little brighter deserves no less. Lady Cassia, I presume, the sacred child of House Orsilio. How disgraceful it is on the day we finally meet. Evane looks away in shame. I find myself not at my best. There's no disgrace in your predicament, Lord Winterscale. The Lord Captain and I met under similarly dreadful, tragic circumstances. What have they done to you? Ah, the Warden, my friend. I tried to convince him to stop the riot. Diplomacy failed. Speaking is a struggle, but he continues stubbornly. Father hates diplomacy, which is why I had to try. Conserve your strength, you're wounded and need help. Wounded? I would have phrased it altogether differently. Tortured and maimed, perhaps. Have you ever had your eyes burned out? This was my first time. Cannot say I recommend the procedure. He's either trying to make light of the situation or growing delirious from the pain. I must take my leave. I will see to it that assistance is provided to you and that you are escorted from here. He nods, giving in to oblivion. Okay. Let's loot a bit here. The Warden had an improved armored body glove, which is 25%. That's pretty good for light armor users. And then he had a noble sword. Attacks with this sword cost +1 AP. On a hit, this sword's attack inflicts disturbed effect on the target for 2 rounds. Each attack gives a 10 penalty to any willpower or fellowship tests. If the target of the attack is already suffering from the disturbed effect, the attack deals an additional damage to the target. +10 parry. Dude, this is a good sword. And then he has a precise last pistol. Cool. That's some nice loot. The mutilated man does not stir, bound to his shackles. The plaque near his head reads, Most Holy Prophet Optimite Atishan. Oh, that's the guy. Your skin crawls as you approach this place. However, there does not appear to be anything of note. Yeah. Your eye is drawn to the shards of the enormous lens scattered across the broken device. At first, you're uncertain as to what troubles you, but suddenly the realization hits you. The glass shimmers in a unique way, just the same way as the shards of the unknown broken object you found near Theodora van Valencia's desk. What's the matter, Lord Captain? Why are you so interested in? Abelard trails off when he notices what you're looking at. He instantly makes the connection. By the Imperium Saints, it cannot be. Idira bites her lip. I see it too. Whatever the thing in her study was, it was made from the same material as this junk. What? What? Abelard is at a loss for words. He takes a moment to collect himself. And all at once, they start pouring out in a hasty sputter. It's a mistake, slander, meant to blemish the good name of a person who is now dead and cannot even defend herself. First those minions of the arch-enemy murdered Lord Captain Theodora, and now this cannot be tolerated. It will not be tolerated. Come now, Abelard. Remember what she was like. Idira's smile betrays her grief, but at the same time is strangely knowing. Brazen, assertive. It was like her entire life was a race against fate until fate caught up with her in the end. She would have gone headfirst into a black hole if she had thought it would put even one step ahead of everyone else in the Expanse. If we could just find out what she was keeping in her desk, and why she went to get it during the attack. Sister Argenta's beautiful face is full of grief. How bitter it is to know that you were born from bad blood. But do not let this knowledge drag you into darkness. Perception test succeeded. The sister's words ring with a genuine, sincere hope that you be blessed with a worthier fate. She does not appear to be shocked by the news of Theodora's possible heresy. Life must be so easy for you sanctimonious preachers. A dubious trinket and you no longer see a person, you see bad blood, an annoying hindrance. There is enough venom in Idira's voice to poison an entire regiment. Argenta recoils, but the next moment her dark eyes ignite with fury. How dare you admonish me? We're speaking of abetting the arch-enemy, a person who has tainted themselves, thus can never justify their actions. Sure, why go through all the trouble of trying to make sense of anything when you can just label them a heretic and call it a day? Except, dear friend, I seem to remember that you didn't mind Theodora so much while you were aboard the ship. You didn't leave her side for even a moment. She rescued you, aided you, and your adoration wilted the moment you heard an accusation sullying her memory. You weren't surprised or upset. You just gave up on her and moved on. I mean, I think it's a bit too soon. Idira is right. It's too soon to cast accusations of heresy. Jabs, don't be naive. Theodora kept an unsanctioned witch by her side like a pet. Do you really believe she would think twice about crossing the line in other ways? Bro, we also keep her, the unsanctioned psyker, by our side, right? I don't know, you're kinda judgy there. Kinda a little bit judgy. What's that? I wonder if we can get there. Okay, and then we have some goods back here. Oh, Melta charge. Force grenade, fire grenade. And more stuff. I think that's it. I think that's it. To the barracks, to the warden's office. Oh, that's upstairs, isn't it? That's out here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything here, right?
Your eye on the prize.
Would be like here. No, I don't think you can get there. Okay, let's go back to the void ship. Man, that warden was a piece of work. Permission to report, Lord Captain. Over the past few days, I received several messages from different decks complaining about anomalous behaviors in the ship cogitators and servitors. The machine spirits are restless and rebellious, and no tech litany or ritual or pacification can rid them of this obstinacy. The tech priests can deal with the vessel's systems, but not the servitors. They make errors in their tasks, disobey orders, change their assigned rituals, or sometimes downright freeze, as if in a trance. A click comes through the Vox channel, followed by a weary sigh. Lord Captain, occurrences such as these are caused by errors in the cogitator calculations or have some other sensible explanation. I beseech you to not take after those who whisper about this ship being cursed or possessed. Idira joins the channel and chimes in playfully. Oh, don't start, old man. All these peculiar happenings have long since turned into local legends. A door slams shut, a lumen starts flickering. Folk have grown used to all that. So our resident ghost has decided to up the ante, I'm telling you. These things are only gonna get worse from here. The technomats inspected by the servitors and concluded they pose no danger. According to the servants of the Omnissiah, such behavior is caused by either the echoes of minds not completely eliminated, or by manifestations of the machine spirit's will. Nevertheless, the faulty servitors make the crew's task considerably more difficult, and High Factotum Janice Danrock would like to discuss how he should deal with the defective property. He's awaiting your audience on the bridge. Fine. Wait. Right, we didn't ask about that thing, but that's fine. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.